Hello, 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 and happy Thursday, everyone. It is Thursday on May 25th, 2023. Super excited to be here with you today. It's been a little while. I actually been trying to get on here to go live with you to share this amazing energy of Gemini season rather, since probably Sunday. But because Gemini is very much associated with the throat chakra, I've been having some ascension symptoms going on. And if you're not familiar with what ascension symptoms are, well, because we have so much energy that is taking place with our planets, we experience a activation. So each of our chakras um, begin to open or expand. Now, the difference between the two, if you have a chakra that might be sluggish or stuck or even blocked for that matter, then it's going to open. If your chakra is already open, then it's expanding. And sometimes when that's taking place, that can create a symptom in regards to the throat chakra. That symptom can show up as a cough, sore throat, laryngitis, whatever have you. It will also activate the ears as well. So you may experience ringing in the ear. You might feel get clogged in the ear. You may even get to the point where you can't hear from the ear, which theoretically, when you think about it, you might look at it as a medical situation and need to go to the doctor, which I'm not saying not to do, but also recognize that every symptom has a metaphysical explanation as well. And 9 times out of 10, that symptom is really going to be about the ascension that you are experiencing at this time. And when we are experiencing an ascension, our bodies can get a little off track. So the it's our body's way of just letting us know that we need to come back into balance. And that might very well mean to rest. So because of that, the fact that I have had a lot of coughing, and it's still pretty much there. So there will be times during this conversation that I'm having with you this evening that I may pause myself just so you don't hear that cough take place. But I did want to get this to you sooner than later, considering we're already what is it like 1 week now since we're in Gemini season. Let me take a peek at my calendar just to confirm that. So Gemini season had started on the 20th, 21st, and we're already the 25th. So we're already about 5 days into Gemini season. So I definitely did want to get this to you before we got too deeply into Gemini season. Now, before I do go any further, I do want to give a shout out, say hi to everyone who is here. I am streaming currently on 3 platforms. I'm streaming on Twitter, YouTube, and today I'm actually streaming on my private group page, Expand Your Intuition. So I'm going to just go and check to see that I am where I'm supposed to be, and then I'm going to get this party started so I can share the Gemini season with you. And as my description says, it's time to speak. And I'll talk more about that in a minute, what that actually means, and how you can become more aligned with this amazing energy. So just checking in on Twitter to make sure that I am there. And once I am, which I am there, so if you happen to be catching this on Twitter, go ahead and hit that little heart, which I just did as well. Say hi, and you know the drill. If you know your sun, moon, and rising sign, go ahead and put that in the comments, whether you're watching on Twitter, YouTube, or on the private page, Expand Your Intuition. I'm now going to go and check out the YouTube channel, see if anyone's watching over there. And then I'm going to be landing on my private group today. And I do see that I do have somebody who is watching. So, of course, I want to interact with them. So, give me 1 second just to check in. And I see that I am definitely live on my page right now. Interact with them. There's always that echo because I forget to lower the volume. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and share this out. If you are watching from YouTube, please do me a favor. If you are not subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you are subscribed, go ahead and hit that bell so you know when I do go live. And let's get this party started. I'm going to go and land over on my private page on Facebook. See who's hanging out with me there, because I do see that there's 2 people. who are there with me right now. I'm kind of curious to know who it is. Oh, come on. Play with me. Here we go. All right, so I see I have Marvin with me. Hello there, Marvin. Thank you for sharing your energy with me this evening. And perhaps I might actually be able to get to see the comments once I make my screen small enough. So feel free to put your comments in. You know, I love interaction. So, how this is going to work? Obviously, I'm going to be reading cards for you for all 12 zodiac signs. By now, I'm hoping that you do know your sun, moon, and rising sign. This is extremely important. So this way here, you can better understand how this Gemini season is going to influence your specific sun sign. You can also look at your moon sign and, of course, your rising sign if you happen to have Gemini sitting there. And just knowing that this Gemini energy is really about expressing ourselves, collaborating, networking, brainstorming, speaking, and of course, connecting with your websites, marketing, creativity, collaboration. So it's all under that umbrella of Gemini energy. And if you're not aware, Gemini is ruled by Mercury. And right now, Mercury is sitting in Taurus energy, which is about our relationship. So when we think about that correlation between each other, it's the relationships that we want to have these conversations with. So what's going to happen when I pull the card for your zodiac sign, take note of the color, which is actually associated with your chakra. That is the chakra that I would like you to work on. So this way here, you could be more in line to what's going to take place with your energy for this season. In addition, go ahead and look at your moon card and then your rising card. Now, if you happen to be a triple threat, which means you're only going to have one card to work with, which means you have to definitely work on that chakra because it shows up 3 times. If you're a double threat, that means you have one zodiac sign in 2 of the 3 major elements, such as moon, sun, rising. So pay attention to what shows up for you tonight. Now, I always share this little cute story. If you are anything like my godson, who's my nephew, where when he actually listened to this show for the very first time, he decided that he was going to look at his entire chart and see where that energy stood in his entire chart. So if hypothetically you have Pluto in Gemini, or you have Venus in Gemini, or you have Neptune in Gemini, apply that Gemini energy to that as well. So anywhere you happen to have Gemini on your natal chart, besides for your sun, moon, and rising, you can also apply that energy to that as well. But I'm only going to be pulling out one card for each zodiac sign. So of course, apply it to wherever it shows up in your chart. All right. So again, I love when you leave comments. So if you are watching on my private group, Expand Your Intuition, please follow through with comments. Let me know how the card that shows up for your sign resonates with you. And also, please remember that the process here is to do the work and to know that you'll have to come back, let's say 3 weeks from now, to let me know how all of this resonated with you as we go through the actual energy. So I'm going to start off with Aries. And know that our Aries right now, based on the sun's energy in Gemini, this is a great time for you guys to really collaborate, create, communicate, make creative projects, get onto your website, start making some changes there, interacting, brainstorming, schedule those meetings that you want to have, schedule those conversations that you want to have, whether it's scheduling a conversation with a boss, scheduling a conversation with your team, scheduling a conversation with whomever. This is the energy for it. You are definitely being supported right now. And remember that there is a lot of energy sitting in Taurus, which is about our relationships. So we currently have Mercury in Taurus at least until June 11th. And then Mercury is going to be moving into Gemini energy, which will join the sun's energy. And I'm going to be doing a whole live about that as we get there. So I'm going to sort of keep you in limbo on that one. In addition to Mercury being in Taurus, we have Uranus. We also have the North Node in Taurus energy. So that's a lot of stuff associated to relationships. And then, of course, now we have the sun in Gemini. So it makes sense that correlation, the earth sign and then the air signs. And let's not forget that we currently have Mars in Leo, which is about taking action. Leo's about the changes that we are enduring right now. So this is a perfect time for you, Aries, to really work on those conversations. So let's see what one card you can work with, how to clear that one chakra. And for you, it really is about your throat chakra, something you need to say, definitely associated with your spiritual career. So if you are in a 9 to 5 and you're feeling the desire to move from that 9 to 5 and step into something that really that fuels and feeds your soul's calling, this is a perfect time to start having that conversation. Perhaps even start to journal about that energy. Now, the actual numbers here is 7. 7 is about bringing balance into your life as you do step into your soul's calling. That double 7 is 14. Which brings us right back into that 5. There's a change coming through in Gemini season for you, Aries. So whether you're aware of it or not, this is definitely a perfect time to start reflecting and reviewing and asking yourself, what is it that you need to say? What action do you need to take? And how can you utilize Mars in Leo right now to help you have those conversations? This is our Aries card. Again, this is all about communicating for you, Aries. So work on that throat if you're having a challenging time communicating or creating something or expressing yourself to the fullest. This may not necessarily be about staying quiet, but at the same token, when we think about that 3 energy, it is really about listening too. So what do you need to hear? This could be a time in that 7 energy to sit quietly so you can gain the insight that you need to gain, so you could be more aligned with your spiritual career. So that's our Aries card. As we move into our Taurus, again, it's about your partnerships, it's about your relationships, it's about how you value yourself, how you value the relationships you are in, and your self-worth as well. And like I said, there's a lot of energy in your sign right now when we think about it. So pay attention to what is showing up for you during Gemini season in your partnerships, in your collaborations. Perhaps there's some new collaborations taking place. So the card for you, Taurus, is about listening and speaking the truth. It's associated with your solar plex energy. This is about allowing yourself to trust the process of listening. What do you need to hear? This is not necessarily so much about, well, it is really about speaking the truth, but it's also about listening to the other party as well. Being a really good listener, but also being a really good speaker. So trusting this process right now falls right into that 3, which is very much associated with Mercury, very much associated with communication, very much associated with your throat chakra as well. Even though it is your solar plex energy, that 3 energy is reminding you to communicate and trust what you need to say, trust the situation that's going on right now, listen and speak your truth. Do not sugarcoat anything at this point in time. If there's something that's not aligned with you right now, say it. Do not just say what someone needs to. Do not just say what you think somebody needs to hear. Speak your truth. So that's for our Taurus. So work on that solar plex energy for Taurus. And I always like to write down the actual chakras. This way we can see which chakras show up more frequently in this process. As we now move into Gemini, so for you Geminis, to start off with, happy birthday. This is definitely about a rebirth, new beginnings, new opportunities, doing things differently. And you may very well be finding that you are communicating in a different way. You might be writing differently. You might be speaking differently. You might be connecting with a whole new group of people. Let's see what one chakra you need to work on so you could be aligned with all this new energy. After all, it's your birthday season. Let's see what we have. The card for you, Geminis, is patience. Now, that can make sense because theoretically, when we think about the new beginning showing up, sometimes we want it to happen a lot faster. I'm very guilty about that, especially with what's going on in my life right now. I want the answers now, but sometimes we have to be patient for them to come. That number 4 is about your foundation. It's about your home. When we speak of home, we speak of, yes, your career, yes, your family, and yes, your body. So where do you need to have more patience? Do you need to have the patience at home? Do you need to have patience at work? Or do you need to be patient with your body? Now, when we talk about that card, that color, it's green. It's the heart center. So it's really about what is filling you up and what might be causing you to have grief right now. Remember that 4 energy also is also about balance and bringing more harmony into your foundation. So that green energy for you Geminis is really about connecting to your heart center. It's connecting to what fills you up. It's connecting to that gratitude to have, bringing balance into it all, but being patient, because there is definitely amazing things going on in your life right now, but you have to be patient enough for yourself to receive it. So that 4 is about your foundation, it's about your home, it's about that balance, and it's about being diligent enough, which brings into patience into the conversation. So that's our Gemini's card, the green, that heart center, being more heart centered in your conversation as well. So practice patience during Gemini season as all these brand new things occur for you in your birthday season. All right, as we move into our Leos, good old Leos. Leos, this is, I'm sorry, not Leos. I skipped right over Cancer. How did I manage to do that? Woohoo. As Cancers, this is really about tying up loose ends, because shortly you'll be celebrating your birthday as well. So what loose ends do you need to tie up? What do you need to pay attention to? In fact, when we think about paying attention, focus on your higher consciousness. Focus on coming away from your ego, which you might be challenged right now. You might actually be challenged in reference to how to adapt to your higher wisdom and fall away from the ego, or bring them to balance for that matter. Pay attention to your dreams, whether it's your night dreams when you sleep or daydreaming. You will definitely be receiving some information there. So if there's anything you're looking to have answers for, become more aware of the signs that you do show up in front of you and during your sleep time. All right, so we have 5 cards that fell out. Of course, we're not taking all 5 of them. We're going to take one of them. So your card is about family. Family. So there's definitely something showing up in family that involves tying up a loose end. Maybe you'll have a conversation with them. Maybe there's an ending to something. But this is definitely about the heart center. So this is what we call matters of the heart. Matters of the heart, that 1-5 is that 6 energy, which is about healing and nurturing, but it's also about scheduling time with family as well. So as we are all about tying up those loose ends, we're about that connection with higher consciousness and awareness. What do you need to tie up when it comes to family? And where do you need healing to take place? That's our Cancer energy, heart chakra to work on. So pay attention to that. And again, pay attention looking at your sun, moon, and rising, and see if these chakras are showing up in the same in the different areas. So let's say, for example, that you happen to have a Gemini sun energy, but then you have a moon Cancer. That means you have the double heart going on. So you have to do some work there. May not be exactly that, but you know what I mean. All right, we're moving into our Leos. Now, Leos, I know that you are definitely feeling some energy right now because Mars is sitting right in your house in reference to helping you to take some action. Now, that action that you might need to take may involve communicating with the community, getting out there, socializing, networking, brainstorming, meeting more people, meeting new people, letting go of the old group of people that you've hung out with for too many years. It might be time to reconnect with new people. All right. Let's see what our Leos need to know based on their communities right now. Interesting card to show for Leos, considering I just got done saying about new relationships. There it is, new relationships. So this is definitely a season for you as you get out there and socialize. Go to those meetups. Go to those business events. Go to whatever it is so you can connect with other people. A new relationship is going to be sparked from that. Whether that new relationship shows up as an intimate relationship or a professional relationship, doesn't matter. Know that there's new relationship definitely coming in. You must ground your energy because you might find yourself, which is interesting to say, as a Leo, you are cosmetic. You like attention. Unless of course you got a Chiron moon in Leo, then it's the other way around. But whatever the case is, it's really important to ground your energy when you are around new people because you might show up as nervous. So ground your root chakra, get yourself focused, balance your energy, feel that support that Mother Nature is providing you so you can meet new people. That Q8 is your 10 energy, which is about a new beginning, but it's also about your soul's calling. So this new relationship that's going to be showing up during this season is really going to help you complement your soul's calling. And again, it doesn't matter if it's an intimate relationship or professional relationship. Either way, ground your energy. Know that there's someone coming in that's going to actually enhance your soul's calling, the work that you're here to do. So important to ground your energy and get focused to meeting new people. So you have to get out there and socialize. Meeting new people can also mean that, yes, you might be involved with some Zoom events and interacting that way as well. Whichever way works best for you, go ahead and do it. So that's our Leo energy. It's all about the root chakra, grounding, focus, stabilizing your energy so you can get out there and meet new people. New relationship coming in. So if you are looking to be in an intimate relationship, get yourself out there into those dating sites. If you are looking to meet people on a professional level because you want someone to support you on your journey, get out there and do that too. But you got to put your feet out there. It's very important. This Gemini energy is going to help you with that, along with the Mars that is very much in your sign. As we move on to our Virgos. So Virgos, this definitely is about your soul's purpose. This is about what you're accomplishing, what you're achieving, success, fame, taking action, wanting to be seen in the world during this season. So let's see what one chakra you can work on so that can happen for you, that you're not hiding behind the scenes somewhere, and that you can show up. All right, interesting cards for our Virgos. Forgiveness. Forgiveness. There's this old saying, which may not be so old for some, and that is forgiveness is the highest level of healing. So when you begin to heal, when you move into that forgiveness space and you do heal, everything begins to open. So if this is really about what it is you're here to accomplish as your soul's calling, and you step into that forgiveness role, just imagine how things are just going to start to open up for you. That 9 energy is about letting go and transforming. That double 9 helps you to get to that space where you do let go. You have a completion, you have an end of a cycle, so you can move into that space of forgiving. The chakra here is the crown chakra. As the crown chakra, it allows you to step into your higher awareness, higher consciousness, and recognizing that whatever the reasons to why you need to forgive somebody or why someone wants forgiveness from you, it's not about the situation that took place that led to that forgiveness. It's understanding what you've learned from this situation. And when you can get to that place of understanding what you've learned from that situation and use that so you can heal, that's when you can step into forgiveness. So become more aware of what it is you're learning from that other person or situation in itself. So that is your card. Forgiveness, working the crown chakra. All right, we are halfway through. I'm moving through our Libra's energy right now. So again, just how this works in case you are just joining in with me right now, know that you want to look at your sun, moon, and rising to see wherever Gemini shows up on your chart. If you happen to have Gemini in your moon, pay attention. Now, I just read the Gemini energy. Now, of course, pay attention to wherever else you have. So I've read the Aries energy. I'm up to Libra. So when the Libra card shows up, pay attention to the message there. There are 12 cards for all 12 zodiac signs. It is Gemini season, and it's really about the placement to where Gemini is helping to activate your energy right now. So as we move into Libra's energy, we are focusing on traveling. We are focusing on the higher consciousness, the spiritual awareness, the ability to move more into the higher wisdom and come away from the ego so much. And because you Libras like balance, that makes a lot of sense for you. Pay attention to your day and nighttime dreams as well. And let's see what you Libras need to work on so you can be more aligned to this Gemini energy. After all, it is about traveling. And we talk about Gemini's energy, that is about travel. Geminis like to travel. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is all about scheduling time. Mercury right now is in Taurus energy, helping us to make those connections with one another. So let's see how you can work on this, clearing one chakra based on your Libra energy. Yours is about manifestation. Manifestation. So when we think about you being in the space of travel and quieting yourself down to connect with your day and night dreams, what is it that you want to manifest? What is it that you want to complete during this Gemini season? That 1-9 is 10, so this could very well be a manifestation to your soul's calling, the work that you came here to do, the different people that are going to come in, the different places you are traveling to help manifest your deepest desire. The crown is what you are going to be working on so you can be in the space of this higher consciousness. Now think about that higher consciousness and the energy that's in that higher consciousness right now. When we think of the Gemini season, the opposition sign is Sagittarius. So it makes so much sense in reference to that higher wisdom, higher learning, traveling to get to where you have to go so you can manifest your deepest desires. So working on your crown chakra and being in that space to really allow yourself to come away from your ego and move into, as I always like to say, what would my higher self do in a situation like this? And then wait to see what the response you get from your higher self. You'd be quite surprised on what shows up. So this is definitely a season for you to manifest the things that matches your soul's calling. Utilize your crown, call on your spirit team at the same time to help you to that manifestation. Love that. And also recognize your accomplishments during the season. As we now move into our Scorpios, this is about what can you let go? What are you ready for new? How are you transforming during this time? So let's see. And as you well know, and I'm hoping you well know, Pluto is in retrograde. And Pluto is your ruling planet. Pluto is in retrograde in Aquarius, which is all about your community and all about letting go. So this is the time to start seeking out what people, places, and things really no longer serve you. And you may need to have these conversations. You might also be very much aligned to more harmony and balance in your life where new people are coming in and those new conversations you're going to have. And no matter whether it's professional or personally, it doesn't matter. Let's see what one chakra you can work on so you can be perfectly aligned to your transformation during this season. And your card is change. That makes sense. Changing the way you communicate, changing the connections you have, the different people that are coming in. As you evolve into this new frequency, this new dimension, shall we call it, you're going to start attracting people that are going to be like-minded. Therefore, you have this change that's showing up, recognizing all the things you have changed. Your communication is changing. How you express yourself, how you dress might actually be changing as well. So this major transformation, that 5 is about being courageous enough so you can change, but you also want to have fun. And you want to make sure your conversations are playful as well. Don't take yourself too seriously. So that's the Scorpio energy of working on the throat chakra and just being aligned with how you want to communicate, and that you are changing the way you express yourself. You're changing the way you speak. You're changing the way you listen. Pay attention to that. See what it is you hear now that you are listening differently. We move into our Sagittarius energy. So Sagittarius, for you guys, this is really about taking time to quiet down. You may find that you have a desire to travel, to go to meditation circles. You may be even exploring who you are on a deeper level. This is definitely a time for you to quiet it down and go within, have those conversations. Seek your spirit guides for support. So let's see what one chakra you can work on so you can be more aligned to this energy. Because after all, when we think about you're exploring your own journey at the end of the season, wow, how amazingly aware you're going to be and your elevation you're going to experience to this time. And considering you're Sagittarius, you like that ability to travel, you like that ability to be seekers. So this is definitely right up your alley. But you may have something blocking your energy to really receive all that there is. So let's see what one chakra that might be that you can work on clearing. Oops. All right. Your card is domestic harmony. And again, it's the throat chakra. So it's just quite interesting on how there's a lot of throat chakra cards that are showing up. You want to have more harmony in your home. Now, when we speak of domestic harmony is theoretically the home where you live, but it's also having more harmony in your body as well. So seeking that quietness to reflect and review where you need that change. 22 is a master number. It's the master builder. So you are really working on building more harmony in your home. And that might very well be about how do you speak? How do you show up in your conversations? Are you a really good listener? And if this is about your actual own body, how are you showing up in your own body? What do you say to your body? So bring that harmony back into your body, back into your home as well. You are the master healer, and this is a perfect time, perfect season for you to work on how you communicate and bringing that harmony in. So seek, quiet yourself down, meditate, pray, journal, and get out into nature so you can explore more about who you are, so you can bring that harmony back into your home. You're the master builder during this season. So what are you building? What conversations do you need to have? What do you need to listen to? Love that for our Sagittarius. As we move into our Capricorns, this is definitely a time to schedule some healing into your day, whether it's healing through meditation, healing through yoga, healing through strength training, but definitely about health, fitness, and wellness. This is definitely about your health this season. So you may find yourself scheduling doctor's appointments. You may find yourself scheduling an acupuncture, Reiki sessions, whatever it is, but this is the season for that. This is really about nurturing you. And I'm a firm believer that, yes, going the natural way about things, so getting yourself scheduled up for maybe a chakra balance Reiki treatment, so you can align your chakras and clear the energy out so you can be perfectly aligned to healing. It's all about scheduling your time and putting yourself on the calendar. So let's see what chakra you need to work on so you can make that possible. Considering most Capricorns are really hard workers, so they very rarely ever take time off. So this is definitely a season to do that. Put yourself on your calendar. Nurture your body, mind, and spirit. Your card in reverse. This is the first card showing up in reverse and showing up for our Capricorns. It's about a karmic completion. So this is definitely about a healing that's going to be taking place. A karmic cycle is ending. And that one energy is reminding you that you will be doing things differently. There was a new beginning coming in. It's very important to ground your energy, very important to meditate on this karmic cycle that's showing up. Schedule that time to meditate. Ground, whether it's getting outside into nature, putting your feet in the grass, walking barefooted, whatever it is you need to do so you can experience this healing and karmic completion. And that's our Capricorn's energy. That's the root chakra. Working on your roots so you can feel more grounded and connected to the earth, connected to your team, connected to just connecting and completing a karmic cycle at this very time. A new beginning, being the leader, being independent, standing up for yourself, and make sure you get yourself on your calendar. That's our Capricorn. Well, here we have our Aquarius. Well, this is definitely a season for change, as we already know. Pluto is definitely in Aquarius, at least for a little while longer, helping you to transform whatever no longer serves you. When we think about Aquarius, we think about community, we think about patience, we think about humanity as well. So what changes are you embarking on? How are you changing the way you communicate? What is it that you need to speak up about? What people, places, and things are fading away? Because that's what change is about, fading away. Change, change, change. Doing something different so you can have a different outcome. And our Aquarius card, excuse me, this card showed up a little while ago. So our Aquarius has a new relationship coming in. After all, when we think about change, that is a new relationship is coming in. How are you changing? That could be the new relationship that's showing up for you. You see yourself in a different way. You're not doing the same things you've been doing over and over again. You are doing things very differently. We have the root again. So this is about balancing and grounding your energy, your mind, body, and spirit. 2 and 8 is that 10 energy, which is about new beginnings, but it's also about recognizing all that you have accomplished. And that new relationship is going to definitely serve your soul's purpose to why you are here. So whatever it is you need to say, utilizing this Gemini season to help you connect with conversations with every new relationship you embark on during the season. So lots of new people coming in that's going to help serve your soul's purpose. So that change is coming in. You're going to see all the old people that you used to hang around with fading out, and new relationships are definitely on its way in. So pay attention to that, you Aquarius, and know that you definitely have the support of Pluto's retrograde right now, helping you to peel away things that no longer serve you. But it's really important to ground, because this could create a lot of confusion, a lot of disarray, and you don't want that to happen. So you want to ground so you can stay focused and just be open energetically for those new relationships to come in. All right, last but not least, we have our Pisces. And Pisces, you definitely have a lot of help right now. You have Saturn in your sign, and you also have Neptune in your sign. Saturn is all about the boundaries, the reset, the karmic cycles. And after all, we're in Gemini season, so the conversations that you are recreating, creating boundaries around, and resetting those conversations as well. But it's all based on the higher consciousness. This is not based on ego. This is not about what your ego wants you to do. This is really about asking your higher self, what can I do in this situation? This is about your home. This is about family matters. This is about your workspace, and of course your body as well. So bringing more balance into that space. Excuse me, recognizing that you are in this process of creating a new foundation, because that Gemini energy is about creating. So you're definitely in the process of creating something new. So let's see what one chakra you can work on so you can be more aligned to this energy and bring more balance into your life. All right, your card just showed up as well just a little while ago. That throat chakra is definitely activating today with this Gemini's energy. What change is coming in for you as you rebuild your foundation, as you focus in on your work, as you focus on family matters, as you work on your body? What is it you need to say? What is it you need to listen to? What are you collaborating? What are you creating? What changes are coming in for you, Pisces? I love that. I love that. Remember, with that 5 energy, it really is about having fun while you're doing what you're doing. It's about self-expression. Remember that 5 is very much associated with Leo, which is in Mars, right? Mars is in Leo right now. So you have a lot of energy helping you to make these changes for you, Pisces, with that Saturn energy of setting those boundaries and that reset, and that Neptune helping you to stay in your higher consciousness, higher wisdom, so you're not being led by your ego. When in doubt and you have a question, Always ask your higher self, what would you do in this situation right now? And then quiet yourself down so you can hear the answer. You'll be pleasantly surprised on the answers that show up when your higher self is guiding you, as opposed to you being guided by your ego. And know that when you are being guided by your higher self, there's a very pleasant energy behind it. When you are being guided by your ego, it doesn't feel so great. So work on your throat chakra so you can be perfectly aligned to all these amazing changes that are coming through in your home, when we speak of home, it's your actual shelter, your workplace, and of course your body as well. How are you changing? How are you speaking? How are you speaking differently? How are you just making that connection in your foundation? Your foundation is going to look a little different once Gemini season is over. So that's our Pisces energy. That makes me really excited because I happen to be a Pisces sun. So again, how this all works, now that I've read all 12 zodiac signs, how this works. Know your sun, moon, and rising sign. Go back and re-listen to the cards. Whichever card showed up for you regarding your sun, moon, and rising. If you have 3 different signs for each one, you're going to have 3 cards you're going to work with, which means you're going to have possibly 3 chakras. Now, of course, the throat chakra showed up a lot. So, for example, for me, I happen to have Pisces in my sun energy. So for me, that's about my throat chakra. I also have Aquarius as my moon sign. So that's about my root chakra. And then for my Cancer energy, which is my heart chakra. So for me, I will be working on my root, my heart, and my throat. Those are the 3 chakras I'll be working on so I can clear the energy, so I can be perfectly aligned to what this Gemini season has to offer me, so I can speak up. So I ask that you do the same. Come back and rewatch, grab pen, paper, take notes, write down the color that showed up, the chakra that showed up for your sign, and then come and do the work. Spend the entire week between now until Gemini season is over doing the work. Now, if you're not quite sure how to do the work, very simple. Get a color. So, for example, if you are Aries, you had trying to read my own handwriting here, which is really funny. You had turquoise. So get something that's turquoise in color, whether it's a turquoise sweater, turquoise underwear, turquoise bracelet, whatever it is, and work with that energy. If you happen to have yellow, if Taurus was yellow, so get something in yellow and work with it. And that will help you to activate this energy. Now, of course, if you're familiar with your chakras, then close your eyes and focus in on that chakra and help to clear out whatever needs clearing. Come back and look at the cards, find out what the word was. And whatever the word is, see if it resonates with your story, and also use it as your affirmation. So this is how you play with this whole process of this cosmic energy forecast for Gemini season. Now, do you know that I do a 12 card reading for all the seasons? So come back and join me when we move into Cancer season, which will be on June 21st. But for now, enjoy this amazing Gemini season. After all, it just started with 5 days into it. Lots going on. Remember that we do have many planets in Taurus right now, helping us to make connections and have better communication with our relationships. And then we have Mars that's sitting in Leo, so it's about taking action. Remember that Mars and Leo are both fire signs, so this is really about taking action, because it's about that double fire that leads into the action that you need to take. So whether it's about communicating, listening, collaborating, creating, whatever it is you need to do during the season to go ahead and work on those chakras, clear the energy out, and see how magic starts to happen. If you have any questions for me, please go ahead and email healingwithin76@gmail.com. For those of you who are watching on the platforms, Expand Your Intuition, leave your comments there and I'll be sure to come back and look at it. You can always go and check this out on YouTube, which is where it is live right now. So you can rewatch it if you need to rewatch. And if you need a reading, if you need an astro reading, or if you need a 12-card cosmic energy personal reading, you have something going on, you're at a crossroad right now, something big taking place, you're not quite sure what's going on, you feel like your energy is a little stagnant, this is the time to get that reading. As I mentioned, I was going to mute myself when I had a cough attack come on, and there it was. So I was pretty good for the rest of the entire night. Anyway, as I mentioned, if you need that reading, feel free to email healingwithin76@gmail.com and mention this video, whether you're watching it on Expand Your Intuition, you're watching it on Twitter or YouTube, mention this video and you will receive a special offer. I look forward to connecting with you next time. Enjoy Gemini season and enjoy all the other energies that's supporting Gemini season right now. And for all you who are celebrating birthdays, happy birthday. Bye-bye for now. And for those of you who do not know who I am, because I don't believe I introduced myself. Isn't that funny? Wow. For those of you who do not know who I am, I'm Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne. I am the creator of the Chakra Balance Numerology Cosmic Energy Forecast Deck, your certified holistic personal trainer, intuitive healer, cosmic energy reader, medical astrologer, master of numerology, and the founder of Holistic Fitness, located right here in Queens. And I'm super excited to be here and share energy with each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being with me. Leave those comments. I love to hear them. I love to read them. I see that I do have 3 people that are watching, and I will definitely come back and review your comments because I don't see them here. But whatever the case, as I mentioned earlier, feel free. Let me see, there are comments here. Feel free that if you are interested to get a astro reading or 12-card cosmic energy soul reading, go ahead and email healingwithin76@gmail.com. Mention this video. You'll get a special offer for that reading. And I see that I do have, see it as Cosmic Onion. Interesting name. Hi, hey, how are you? Thank you for joining me. And everybody else, enjoy the rest of your night, whether you're watching this with me live or you're watching on the replay. Remember to share it out. And until next time, bye-bye for now.